Hello, perfect world! This is Terry Tan, formerly known as Terry Teeny, and this will be my guide for Belle Leun, also known as the last boss in Flow Silver Judgment, the new mode that was released with this past expansion. I kind of forgot to tell my squad to line up for everyone, so this is hopefully good enough, because you can see them entering at every point. I'm sorry, PWI, forgot to tell my squad. Anyways, for starters, this boss is passive and will not buff herself with the increased HP buff when you start her, so you can take all the time you need to start this boss after she finishes running around the room, and finally landing in the center she will become targetable. The first phase of this boss begins for about the first 60% of her HP, and what she'll do is she'll start summoning mobs every 2 or 2.5 million HP that you take her down by. So be careful as you nuke her, because if you nuke her really hard, then you're going to summon lots and lots of mobs, and then you're going to screw over your squad, which isn't fun. Anyways, the mobs that she'll summon Ghost Chill Heralds and Ghost Chill Sorcerers, as you can see on my screen. The Sorcerers have really high physical resistance, and thus you'll need your magic DDs to focus on them. It says in the description Fizz A plus or Mag minus. Whatever is the minus is what it has lower defense of, and whichever the other one is what it has higher defense of. So you'll want your physical DDs to focus on the heralds, and you'll want your magic DDs to focus on the sorcerers. If you don't kill the sorcerers, then your physical DDs get kind of screwed over. If you don't kill the heralds, then your magic DDs get kind of screwed over, because they have debuffs that affect the opposite type of DD, if that makes any sense. Or you can just not kill any and let your squad die. Hooray! Anyways, one of the most important things for this boss is the Ghost Chill Demon, which it summons every once in a while. It'll display it on screen, and basically what it looks like is the little red Nuema thing, as you can see right there next to Nuya. What it does is, if you don't hide from it, or yeah, quote unquote hide from it, then it's going to reel you in to your doom and you will die. What's nice about this boss though is if you die on this boss, it's okay. You don't have to worry about it, and you can just port directly back into the room and it's fine. A faction mate of mine pointed out and noticed that the Ghost Chill Demon tends to spawn on whoever's furthest away from the boss, so if that's something you guys want to test out or experiment with or create new methods to make this boss easier for yourselves, go ahead and try that. But for the most part, if you see it, just move to the opposite side of the podium so it can't reel you in. After you get the boss down to about 40% HP, it enters into, I guess, stage 1.5, or just, I guess, second stage. It summons a second boss, and this boss can be any one of two bosses. It can either be Sky Screamer, which is pretty much the reincarnation of Yelling to the Sky from Hidden Dragon's Den, or Tyrant Prince Mushi, which is the boss that you would have faced right before this. If it summons Sky Screamer, pretty much all you have to do is just work it down. It'll AoE a little bit, but for the most part, this boss isn't much of a problem. If it summons Prince Mushi, just make sure that you keep your sparks empty. Everything that applies to that boss still applies here, except this Prince Mushi won't frenzy like the other one does. Now, after you get this boss down, or Prince Tyrant Mushi down, you'll enter into a third phase where it'll start casting either Dark Curtain or Dark Link. Now, I actually didn't manage to get any footage of the Dark Link with this squad, because I guess we just had really weird luck and it never used Dark Link. But for Dark Curtain, basically after it casts it, you'll see the same Dusk Blade debuff cast onto the players in your squad, and I think it's the next two skills you use will have increased 2-minute cooldowns. I recommend for physical DDs just to APS it down or just auto attack it. For magic DDs, if you have any skills that you don't typically use, you can use those, or if not, you can just wait it out, because the duration of the debuff is actually relatively short, so if you have any issues with that, just don't do that. And just a quick final note here, if it death links someone, it's the equivalent of death chain for a sin, so whoever it links to will take additional damage as the boss takes damage, and whoever it links to, that person will also heal the boss as they're hitting it. So whoever it death links, you might want to tell them not to hit it, or just as a precaution, if you're not sure, just stop hitting it for a couple minutes. Anywho, that's the end of this guide. I hope you guys liked it, and I will see you all in game. Bye!
Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine.